see, you can see these are previous blogs related to the previous videos. This is first video and related blog, and same you can get all other blogs here. Okay, now in the previous video we saw what is if and what is else, right? When this condition is true, if loop or if condition statement is being executed, whatever is inside these curly braces is executed. And if it is false and we have a else clause, if it is false and we have a else clause, then whatever inside this would be executed. Okay, executed. So now we will see something called as else if and if else ladder. Now first thing is else if. Suppose I have a series of I am repeating stuff so that you understand it better, like you have a fixed image of it in mind, so that I repeat stuff again and again. Okay, if you find it boring, then I will try not to repeat as much as I do, but still, else if, we were on else if. So what is else if? The syntax is this: else followed by a if statement and so if keyword, and then round braces inside which another condition would be there. Okay, let's make this condition as false. Let's say is equal to 3. Now we know that 2 is not equal to 3, right? So let's say a greater than or sorry, less than 5. Is it less than or equal to 5? Let's say, is it less than or equal to 5? Yes, 2 is less than 5, right? One condition is satisfied, so this is true, this expression is true. So it will now execute this. Okay, let's say else if is executed, right? Also we can add any number of multiple number of else if conditions, sorry, yeah, multiple number of else if conditions, like there is no compulsion to add a space here, but even there is no compulsion to write else if after this curly brace. You can write it in the next line like this, as I have written here, and you can see there are some spaces here. Okay, those also don't matter in Dart. The spaces don't matter in Dart. Okay, whatever matters is the proper syntax. The proper syntax is semicolon after every statement, appropriate use of these braces, appropriate use of these braces. So that tells Dart language that this is my code, and there is no need to follow any spaces kind of pattern or something. So these spaces doesn't matter. I can put any number of spaces or any number of tabs here. Okay, no problem. We were on if else, else if, sorry, else if. In else if we can have multiple else if ladder. See, it's like a ladder, right? If this condition is true, execute whatever inside is inside these curly braces. If this condition is true, execute whatever is enclosed in these curly braces. Then if suppose here, let's say any third condition was there and followed by a curly brace, and then again some statement here, like here something, then if this condition was true, inside this condition was true, then whatever the code we wrote here, like whatever it might be, would be executed. Okay, and else if ladder can be followed by a else. Can these, again, these curly braces is not compulsory to be here, it can be here. Similarly this can be here, similarly this can be here, whatever it might be, it's acceptable. Okay, now it can be followed by a else condition, like if all these cases, we can have, again we can have multiple else if conditions between the here and this else. Okay, So whatever these conditions are, if those are all false, then it will be entered in else condition, and execute the code whatever written in this else condition, like else is executed, right, semicolon. So this was else if ladder. And again I have to tell you a different thing is, we can nest loops, we can nest if conditions, else if. Remember the list, remember, can you recall the list data type? We created a list like this, okay, 1 comma 2 comma 3, and then again we had some small list in this big list, and I told you that this is called as nesting of lists. Similarly we can nest these loops. Now we will see how to nest these loops or these if conditions. So yeah, I have a else condition, right, if and else condition. If this is like I have a problem statement which includes checking of different parameters which are interlinked. Like suppose here was a condition where I wanted to check something, and if that's true, then again I have 2 or 3 possibilities. So inside this I can again write another if, that let's say I had another variable of x is equal to 10, okay, and let's make it 10, let's make it something 18, like we use 10 value generally, like, right. So let's say x is equal to 18, and now after checking that a is equal to 3, we have to execute something like we have to then check for suppose x, okay, then we can again nest a if inside this if, like let's say x is equal to 18. If x is equal to 18, then print a is $a and x is $x. Now what is this dollar sign? I will tell you in a moment, okay, I will tell you in a moment. And a semicolon here, of course. So the nested if is, if a is equal to 3 and if x is equal to 18, then we have to execute this line of code. But as we know that a is equal to 2, so this would be false, and nothing, absolutely nothing of these code would be executed. Directly it will jump to the else, and this print statement will be running. Let's see what is the output here. See, else is executed, right? Here we have written else is executed. Now let's make a is equal to 3 and see what happens. Let's make a is equal to 3 and see what happens. A is 3 and x is 18, and then again we told him to print hello world, okay. This is executed and this is executed because this is inside if, right. Now no matter what this condition is, this print statement will always be executed, okay. No matter what this condition is, it will always be executed because it is outside this loop but inside this if. It is outside this if but inside this big if, right. So if whenever this will be true, this will always be executed, right. Now coming to this dollar symbol. What is dollar symbol? Dollar like suppose we have a string like this and we want to use values of variables, but we don't exactly know at a point that what is the value, what uh, suppose we have okay, the a divided by x is equal to dollar a divided by x. Is this the correct syntax? No, sorry, I guess curly braces is the right syntax. Yes, curly braces is the right syntax. Yes. So see, a divided by x, that is 3 divided by 18. We like cannot calculate much complex calculations in our mind, and we cannot exactly tell that what would be the value of 3 divided by 18. Let's say for now that we cannot tell what is 3 divided by 18, and we want our dart to calculate on its own and display it inside a string itself. Okay, this is a string, this is a string, but what we are doing with this dollar symbol is we are using values of variables inside a string. This a is not this a. Okay, this a is a part of string, a space. This divide symbol is not a divide symbol, it is a part of string, it is expressed, it is executed as a character. Okay, and again this x is not a this x is our English literature x. Again, this equal to is not assignment operator, it is normal equal to sign, and the moment is it encounters this dollar sign followed by a curly brace, you can the dart knows that okay, this was a string and now they want to use variables in it. So what is the variable name? A. Oh, where is the a? Yeah, here it is. So its value will be 3 here itself, and again divide symbol and then x, then oh, what is the value of x? 18. So they want to try 3 divided by 18. So yeah, this is what the dart calculated for us. Now you might have observed in the previous statement, like this. Yeah, in this previous statement I didn't use curly braces here. That was because when you are just writing or accessing the value of a single variable, you need not compulsorily have to write these curly braces. Okay, if my variable was Abby's, let's say this variable's name was Abby, so I just simply have to write Abby, sorry, dollar symbol and followed by Abby, and what and the same output would be here, no change in output. Oh sorry, again we have, see it, it's like this a is a variable. We are telling compiler that this a is a variable, but it cannot find a anywhere above or anywhere below. It cannot traverse below unless and until this line has been traversed. So anywhere up this statement there is no a declared. That's why it is giving an error, undefined name a, because it don't know what a exactly is. It knows what is Abby is, it knows what x is. So let me write Abby here too. Okay, so now it will give the output. See, so you need not, but when you have to perform an expression, right, like you have to tell that Abby multiplied by suppose x. So see, if you are missing your curly braces, then it will treat whatever followed by dollar sign only as a variable. This star x will now come here in the output as a string. Okay, but we want to pass it as a mathematical value, so we have to put it in curly braces. See, 3 18s are, yeah, 54, right? So that's it for this video. We learned nested if else. Yeah, even last thing, we can again put else here and then something. Okay, again we can nest, if inside this else. Okay, again we can nest if inside this if itself. I am not writing the conditions exactly, but like this will give an error. Okay, it is already giving me an error, but I am just showing that you can write it like this. Okay, so that's it for this video. In this video we learned nested if else and if else ladder, right, and else if too. So we will meet in the next video. Till then, bye.